Yo guys, what is going on? It is Invin here, and today what I'm bringing to you all is a video on the New World Weekly Update 1.4.5. This one is going to be just a quick coverage of what has actually been changed in this update, and it is a pretty good one with some big changes that we've been looking forward to, and a nerf to the Insatiable Gravity Well perk brought forward from what we expected to be in the May release, obviously seeing that within the May PTR notes. So now we've got that this week instead, which will take effect either from tonight at 11 PM PT or for my EU guys tomorrow morning early hours 6 AM UTC, so you're looking at 5, 6, 7 AM anywhere in Europe. So we're going to jump into this. Before we do, make sure that you do go down below and drop a subscribe if you haven't done so already and you would like to see more New World content from myself here on the channel. And if you do go on to enjoy this video and find it useful, you like me keeping you up to date with all of the latest news and events across New World, then please drop me a like as well, as it massively helps to support my content. Without further ado, let's jump into it. So, like I said there, you can see that the downtime will be at 11 PM PT or 6 AM UTC on May the 10th or early hours of the morning in May 11th. This weekly update features general fixes for respawns, logins and more. It also includes balance changes to make the Great Axe perk Insatiable Gravity Well less powerful, which is what I spoke about at the beginning there. So what has happened? Well, firstly, we have got fixed an issue with the healing hotkeys in group mode that caused players assigned to each hotkey to change during combat. This is a really pivotal point. This was something that was actually very annoying and made the kind of hotkey sort of thing that they added into the settings system for healers pretty trash, to be honest. It wasn't working as intended. If someone went out of range or someone died or was down, it literally messed up your whole system so that it wasn't keeping at least the players in 1 through 5 in the slots. You had to press like 2 to get to player 3 or whatever it was, and yeah, it just wasn't great at all. Now they've modified that and made it so that player 1 will always be player 1 even if they're dead or out of range. Player 2 will always be player 2, etc., which obviously makes way more sense and is going to be much more beneficial for healers that do want to get the keybind set up and ready to go. Now the next one here is they have fixed an issue with the region transfer button so that it displays a more accurate time for when players can transfer between regions. You'll just basically get an updated countdown of the cooldown so that it's going to be a little bit more accurate to when you're actually going to be able to get another one of those rather than just giving a rough estimate. They've also fixed an issue where character could get locked in an error message when attempting to log in, so just a login error there. That's been fixed. They've also added a speculative fix for an issue that caused players to sometimes encounter a respawn screen with an infinite timer and no respawn. We will continue to monitor the forums to see if players are still encountering this rare issue. Hopefully that's it gone. I haven't personally experienced it, but I know a few people have, especially annoying in wars because you do have to relog in order to get back. So yeah, hopefully that is fixed. Then finally here, they have fixed an issue that allowed some players to instantly respawn and ignore the wave respawn timers during war and invasion game modes. If you were one of these lucky players that got these infinite respawns, then unfortunately that's disappeared now, but obviously for the course of fairness, that is now going to be standardized across the entire thing, which is much better and will mean everybody should conform to the wave respawns. Now, down the bottom here, what they've talked about to finish off this weekly update is the Great Axe Insatiable Gravity Well perk. What they've done is fixed an issue where this perk hit enemies around the player twice instead of once on a use. So it used to give out 2 hits, now it's only going to be 1, so you will see slightly less damage from it. They've also reduced the damage of the secondary burst from 125% down to 100%, so it's still high, it's still up there, but it is going to be a 25% reduction, so yeah, a little bit less good on the secondary burst of damage. They've also reduced the block stamina damage of the secondary burst from 150% to 70% of a player's base stamina damage. This is a big reduction, over half of it gone, so that is significantly going to nerf this. It's still going to be a good perk, but it is taking a heavy hit, and as such we may start to see a few different types of builds coming out that revolve around the Great Axe, because this is a big hit to it. It is a big hit. It's still going to be good, but it is big. And then finally here, they have reduced the lifesteal amount based on gear score from the initial range of 20% to 50% down to a new range of between 15 and 35%. Obviously 35% at that 625 gear score. So it is, again, a lot less lifesteal from this. However, it's still a decent amount. You're only losing 15% on the top end there, but this is going to make an impact to the way that people were playing before, and it is going to make an impact to those playing against it. I imagine a lot of players going against this are saying it's about time. If you've used the Great Axe like myself, you're probably thinking, oh dear, is it still going to be good? Haven't obviously tested it too much, tried it a little bit on the PTR, and it was still useful, so I wouldn't say this has nerfed it into the ground, but it is going to open up viability for other skills with the Great Axe, as well as other weapons in that Bruiser build potentially, but I still think that this is going to be the better option with a Great Axe and a Warhammer, so we'll see how it gets on, but I still think this is probably going to be a go-to perk. But that is it for this week's update, just a very short and sweet one, but some really, really good changes. Obviously, that Great Axe one brought forward from the PTR, which is cool. We can see this ahead of it, so it's not going to get a massive nerf with the update, which in my opinion is a good thing. And yeah, generally, very neat update, but very concise and some great fixes, so that's what we love to see. But that is going to be it for today. So if you have enjoyed the video, please do go down below and drop a like and a subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Both of those things massively help to support me and my content, so I would really, really appreciate that. Other than that, that's going to be it. So I'd like to thank you for your time, thank you for watching, and I will catch you again very, very shortly on a brand new upload. Take care, guys, and peace.